Today, about 1 in 3 children in the United States are already overweight or obese. Overweight kids are more likely to become overweight adults. Some experts believe that if obesity among kids continues to increase at this rate, our current generation could become the first in American history to live shorter lives than their parents. Research suggests that media influence and environment are contributing factors to the childhood obesity epidemic in America. The explosion of media outlets during the prime of childhood obesity is more than just coincidental, it's directly related. American society has become characterized by environments that promote increased consumption of less healthy food and physical inactivity. With multiple media outlets focused towards children in our society, it is inevitable that their influence will have an impact on our child's decisions. During the same period in which childhood obesity has increased so drastically, there has also been an explosion of media targeted towards children, such as TV shows and videos, specialized cable networks, video games, computers, activities, and internet websites. Children ages 8 to 18 spend an average of 7.5 hours per day using entertainment media, including TV, computers, video games, phones, and movies. Of those 7.5 hours, about 4.5 hours is dedicated to viewing. Typically, generations before us would use those 7.5 hours to ride our bikes or play outside in the neighborhood, take walks, go to the park. So this media is definitely having an impact on our children's physical level. As well, it's also the advertising and such is influencing their choices that they make on a daily basis in regards to their diet. Much of the media targeted towards children is laden with elaborate advertising campaigns, many of which promote foods such as candy, soda, and snacks. It is estimated that the typical child sees about 40,000 ads per year on TV alone. Environmental factors that there are a variety of environmental factors that determine whether or not the healthy choice is the easy choice for children and parents. More than half of U.S. middle and high schools still offer sugar drinks and less than healthy food choices for purchase. Students have access to sugar drinks at school throughout the day from vending machines, school cafeterias, fundraising events, school parties, and sporting events. Making these choices so readily available to our children increases the chances of them consuming sugar drinks, candy bars, snack foods, highly processed foods that are high in calories and low in nutritional value. As shown here in this National Health and Nutritional Examination Survey, this chart is based off the CDC growth charts. It shows here in the mid-70s to 80s that the percentage of obese children is minuscule in comparison to what we have here now at 17.6%. It has more than tripled over the past 3 decades and is continuing to increase at an alarming rate. Aside from high schools and middle schools being the only bad environment for our children, there is also no safe or appealing place in many communities for children to play and be active. Many communities are built in ways that make it difficult or unsafe for physical activity. Getting to parks and recreation centers may be difficult. Many children's safe routes and walking or biking to school may not even exist. Half of the children in the United States do not have a park, community center, or sidewalk in their neighborhood. In regards to healthy choices for diets, it can be difficult because, unfortunately, less nutritious foods are not as expensive as the more organic and fruit and vegetable foods are. Limited access to healthy, affordable foods. Some people have less access to stores and supermarkets that sell healthy, affordable foods such as fruits and vegetables, especially in rural or minority lower income neighborhoods. So unfortunately, parents will opt for cheaper food, which tends to be fast food, because kids enjoy that, and it's quick and it's cheap. Unfortunately, fast food is increasing portion size of less healthy food and beverages, which increases caloric intake for our children. Research shows that children eat more without realizing it if they are served larger portions. This can mean they are consuming a lot of extra calories, especially when eating high-calorie foods. Media influences and environment are major contributing factors to the childhood obesity epidemic in America. With all these media outlets focused on towards children in our society, it is inevitable that their influence will have an impact on our children. There are a variety of environmental factors that determine whether or not the healthy choice is always the easiest choice for our children and their parents. Are there any questions?
What health issues are associated with childhood obesity?
Childhood obesity can have a harmful effect on the body in a variety of ways. Obese children are more likely to have high blood pressure and high cholesterol, which are risk factors for the cardiovascular system, increased risk of impaired glucose tolerance, insulin resistance, and type 2 diabetes. They can have breathing problems such as sleep apnea and asthma, joint problems and musculoskeletal discomfort, fatty liver disease, gallstones, and gastroesophageal reflux or heartburn. Obese children and adolescents have a greater risk of social and psychological problems such as discrimination and poor self-esteem, which can continue into their adulthood. Are there any more questions?
Childhood obesity has become such a massive problem. How is our society supposed to even begin to fix this problem?
To dismantle it, we need to coordinate a comprehensive plan of attack, one that pairs individual responsibility with social construct that fosters good nutrition and healthy lifestyle. We need to be surrounded by food that makes us feel well and not sick. We need schools and workplaces to reward us for exercising our bodies and not just our brains. We need forceful and well-enforced policies, a government that invests dollars in improving the diet of our schools for our children and puts limitation on advertising that targets toward them. We need Americans to perceive obesity as a personal threat to themselves and their children and not someone else's problem. Every child deserves a chance at a healthy start in life, regardless of their environmental settings. Parents need to be more regulatory of media influences in their